Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your January 2024 mid-month general readings. We are looking at the last 2 weeks of the very first month of a brand new year, and this reading is for the water sign of Pisces. I hope everyone's doing well as we continue to move through the beginning of a new annual cycle. Thanks for being here, for watching these videos. For those of you who hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons, especially hitting that like button, who comment, who reach out for personal readings, those of you who refer and recommend me, my gratitude to all of you for your support. Thank you. So Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, those of you who are also cross-watching for Pisces, this video is for you. If you know any or all of your other signs, watch those videos as well for any additional insight or perspective they may provide. And if something really does hit home, if it resonates, if you'd like to take a deeper look at something, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, or you simply like the reading style. If you're interested in a reading, please email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. I do offer a pretty wide array of choices for reading options in all areas of life, of all different types, lengths, styles, budgets. There's something in there for everyone. And I can usually get back to you the same day with that information. And I do readings full time. It's all that I do. So I'm pretty diligent about timely scheduling of personal readings if that's important to you. So something to keep in mind as well are the 6 and 12-month overviews, which take a look at what's coming in your life and all the different areas of your life over the next 6 or 12 months. You can order them, of course, at any time of the year, but I always get a lot of requests for them at the end of one year and the beginning of another because we're starting a new cycle. So if you're interested in that, just email me. You can also see my email address, maggie1mcguire@gmail.com, by clicking on the description. You can see it there. So if you'd like to contact me, just reach out. Okay, Pisces, I am using the Tarot of Dreams, clarifying with the Radiant Rider-Waite. Let's see what the second half of January looks like for you. We begin with justice, reaping what we sow, things being fair, equitable, even. This is all about what's right, honor, moral, ethics, transparency, doing the right thing, because it's reflected in the outcome. What we put into something, what we choose to do and actually do, is what's reflected in the outcome of something. In the upright position, it can often represent things working out in your favor, but in a way that's even and fair and equitable as Spirit sees it, contracts, negotiations, things of that sort. It represents that whatever an outcome is, it's a right and fitting outcome. With justice, we have the Four of Cups. There's an offer here being made, something being presented to you. Looking at it, not quite sure if you should take it or not. Sometimes it can represent feeling like the grass might be greener on the other side, but it can also represent feeling like you don't have the need to accept whatever this cup represents because you already have 3 cups upright and full. Really just depends. There's an offer on the table here. For those of you that are going through any kind of legal situation, especially any kind of litigation that involves, well, anything really, but it could involve money as well, it would be literally an offer. Next, we have the Fool. The Fool has a 0 on his card or her card because it's the very first card in the tarot. This is where the whole tarot cycle starts, meaning a chapter of your life or a set of chapters in your life. We go through all these different paths in our life, all these different mileposts, all these different stages. And the tarot cycle from the Fool to the World card and all the cards in between there represent, you know, one of those cycles. So this is starting off on a whole, fresh, brand new journey. Perhaps getting out of your comfort zone, stepping out of your comfort zone, taking a risk, taking a leap of faith, or even a couple of baby steps of faith can sometimes represent travel. The Two of Coins. So it's decisions here. What are you going to do? Implies there's 2 choices. The choices may, or at least one of them may have, because this is the Two of Earth, it may have a practical or material element to it. Next, we have the World. We have the Fool and the World. So a cycle is completing here. And Justice and the World as well is a pretty significant duo of cards that represent a long and challenging journey coming to an end. It's quite clear there's you've completed a pretty significant cycle in life. You've reached a milestone and you're moving on to something different. With the World, we have the Knight of Wands. Knights always represent offers and opportunities for change. The Knight of Wands is the Knight of Fire, so very fast moving, knows exactly what they want. Moving on. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the Six of Cups, which is a card typically associated with reminiscence, nostalgia, roots of origin, things we have history with, can go all the way back to childhood, carefree, looking at things through rose-colored glasses, family, roots of origin, religion, culture, childhood dreams, people, places, situations we have a history with. Sometimes it can represent a secondary kind of soulmate card. You know, you can infer a lot from a reading from what, if any, major arcana cards are out. You know, we have Justice, we have the Fool, and we have the World. Justice and the World alone represents that a long, and for some of you, perhaps difficult journey coming to a conclusion. It's coming to an end. So a phase is coming to an end for you. And with the Fool, of course, it's a brand new start. You've got the first major arcana card here. You've got the last major arcana card here, you know. So endings and beginnings, major change, and the conclusion of a challenging cycle. Offers and opportunities here. There may be, for some of you, more than one offer or opportunity. So let's clarify the overall energy. Six of Cups. Two cards popped out, the Star and the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is the happy home card. Happily ever after, white picket fence, tens being numerically in the tarot representing a cycle completion, a cycle of something coming full circle. And the Star is renewed, restored hope, faith, and optimism. Renewed because it usually comes after a period of perhaps giving up faith or hope in something, or something new comes into your life that renews your hope and faith in something. It usually comes after a period of challenge or despair or darkness or illness of some kind. It could be here just, you know, a hope and faith or a renewal of hope and faith in a childhood dream or something that you've dreamed about for a long time. There's a strong connection to home and family with that Ten of Cups. You know, this is about feeling like you've come to a state where everything has finally fallen into place for you, especially around home and family. It can represent marriage, childbirth, children. Beautiful energy. Could be reconciliation here. Reconciliation or renewal with someone from the past. Hope and faith in something you've dreamed about for a long time. Let's take a look at Justice. All the water signs had very similar readings. Okay, we have the King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or somebody showing up as the King of Wands, King of Fire. It's not you, it's somebody else who's significant in this. The Ten of Swords can represent feeling betrayed. I don't think this is you. I think this is this King of Wands, perhaps feeling a bit betrayed or finally waking up to something, because 10, again, a cycle completion. The Ten of Swords, swords is mental energy governed by air, which governs our ideologies, belief systems, how we look at things. So this represents coming to the challenging or painful realization that something is done, something is over, or it's simply not going to be what you wanted it to be. And the Hanging Man, which is somebody who basically hangs from the tree of knowledge, which may be uncomfortable, but they get a different perspective here, a new and fresh perspective of something and new information as something is playing out. It feels like somebody had the opportunity to, you know, the next card actually would have been the Emperor. Strong Aries energy. It might be an Aries for some of you. It feels like this person had a long time or ample opportunity to see something and correct something. In some situation. It might be a personal relationship, like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. It may be that, you know, they weren't an honorable person or moral or ethical, or I feel like so, for example, for those of you for whom this might resonate as a relationship reading, I feel like this king of wands, probably an older person, possibly an Aries, had ample opportunity to learn, to see something, and to correct something. But I think that he waited a little too long, or delayed a little too long, and is just waking up to that now. It may be that there is an offer coming from this person, but for some of you it might be a little too late, because I think you have another offer or opportunity here. You can also apply this to like career, work, projects, opportunities, because there's definitely an offer or opportunity here that renews your hope and faith in a dream of some kind. It could be just centered around home and family, marriage, that kind of thing. Let's take a look at that Four of Cups. Yeah, the Devil. I think this offer here is coming from the King of Wands, doesn't want to let you go. The Four of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, could be renewal in an already existing situation. Could be, this is one of the happy home and marriage cards. It could be, a wedding proposal. I mean, it could be a marriage proposal. It could be an offer. Again, I feel like for some of you, it's coming a little late because you have a better offer. I don't know how that's going to work out for you. I mean, in general readings, the details and specifics will always vary because there's many of you watching. Everyone has unique individual lives. So, but the fundamental energy remains the same. I think something was wrong in a relationship or partnership or situation of some kind. I think you probably tried to address this a number of times, and they just didn't ignore it, didn't change, didn't fix the situation, whatever. And all of a sudden, there's a beautiful new offer coming in for you that you want to take, or perhaps are considering taking, or are making the decision to take. And this other person or other side of this previous situation is like, but, oh, I get it now. Okay, but wait. And that's kind of what I'm getting. Let's move on, though. Let's take a look at the Fool. And I don't mean to laugh. I mean, these situations, especially in the love or romance area of our life, can be very challenging, painful, tricky. Just because we know it's the right thing to move away from something doesn't mean, we don't do it with a certain amount of pain and regret, right? Let's take a look at the Fool. The Wheel of Fortune, divine timing and orchestration. So Spirit is providing you the opportunity to start down on a brand new path. This is kind of my God's thumb card. The Fool again, and the Lovers. So relationship at a crossroads. For many of you, this will just strictly be a relationship reading. It might be a third-party situation for some of you. Literally having an offer where somebody's coming in saying, look, I will love you, I will honor you, I will do all this other stuff. Maybe. Because the Lovers represents a relationship at a crossroads. Some kind of choice needs to be made. Now, like in the early tarot decks where this was actually called a choice card, it may represent a choice between two people. It might just be about two people in one relationship itself. Do we continue forward together? And if so, what changes do we make? Do we go our separate ways? Now, for some of you, it might be that there's nothing wrong with your relationship, your partnership. The decision, which looks really significant, life-changing, may be in another area of life, and you're trying to make the right decision together because it's going to impact your life. It might be, there's a great deal here you could interpret as moving or relocating in a major significant way, so it may be that some of you are making that decision as well. Could be moving closer to be with family or something of that sort. So it could be that for some of you. But Spirit is definitely bringing this choice, this opportunity for a new path, which likely means that's the path they want you to walk down. But free will, free agency, right? Two of Coins. The Knight of Swords, very decisive knight. I think you're going to have to, if you're going to act on this, you're going to have to act on it in a pretty swift and decisive way. We've got the Six of Cups again. We've got Judgment, which is a major, again, a crossroads, major fork in the road energy, making a decision. The Empress. So we have the Emperor and the Empress both. We definitely have a couple here, either a married couple or a couple that's been together for a long time. This choice, regardless of what the specifics and details are in your life, because in a general reading, again, it will vary. It's basically between the old and the new. Keeping something at the status quo that it has been, which may not have been great for you, may not have worked out, no matter how much you tried to be what you wanted it to be, and a brand new path that's opening in front of you that Spirit has brought. The fundamental question that remains, no matter how the details of this work out in your life, is what are you going to choose? The World and the Knight of Wands. The World with Justice again. Again, this is a classic textbook tarot combination for a long journey coming to a conclusion. Probably a long, challenging journey coming to a conclusion. The High Priestess and the Sun. My goodness, such a profound reading. You know, the High Priestess, this is connection to Spirit, your higher self, your gut instinct, your intuition, however you want to call it. This is knowing that this is done, knowing that this journey has come to an end, and it needs to come to an end. It's because this new path is bringing the energy of the sun, light, love, warmth, laughter, illumination, and clarity, the uplifting and releasing of any previously heavy, restrictive, negative, hopeless, and despairing kind of energies. I feel like many of you, whether it's about the relationship itself or another area of life that's affected a relationship, I feel like a lot of you felt like you were stuck in a situation for a long time because of the investment of time you'd made in it and not wanting to give up on it. But somehow during the road, on that road, probably little by little, losing hope that it could ever be what you originally thought it was going to be and tried so hard to make it be. And as we do that, staying in a situation, we begin to compromise and negotiate with ourselves in order to justify staying. And I think that's what happened. And here, Spirit, God, Spirit, angels, and guides themselves are going, no, we don't want that for you. This is what we want for you, but you have to choose. I think many of us, if not all of us, have been through something like this major fork in the road at one time or another. Sometimes we've made the decision to stay, found some way to find acceptance with it, or found the courage to walk down a new path, even though it was difficult and maybe even painful, knowing that that was going to be in our own best interest. Let's clarify this last card, Knight of Wands, fast-moving offers and opportunities, which I don't think is related to this King of Wands who's making his own offer or her own offer, but I think a little too late. Let's take a look at this Knight of Wands. Oh, here's another king. King of Pentacles, King of Earth, solid, steady, stable, reliable, generous, hardworking, loyal. The Nine of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Your heart's desire, wish fulfillment, exciting new beginnings. Again, for some of you, definitely a choosing between two people. It's two offers. That's what I can see, regardless of whether it's romantic or work. There's definitely a significant, profound effect it has on the life path of a relationship. So choose wisely. Spirit is specifically bringing in this opportunity. I almost don't need to pull advice and guidance because it's pretty clear. I think I said this with the other two water signs as well, Cancer, Scorpio, but let's pull a card or two anyway. Six of Pentacles. Gift giving and gift receiving, accepting the gift. Five of Wands, 10 of Wands. Lay the wands down. Stop fighting about the same thing over and over again with the old situation or person. It's time to lay this burden down. It's gotten too much for you to bear. Three of Wands and 10 of Pentacles. If there's any doubt as to which path to choose, focus on choosing the path that lays the groundwork for a brighter, more hopeful, positive, and optimistic future for yourself, and one that contains true long-term stability and security. Financial, material, emotional, all of that. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Pisces, those are your messages. Very profound reading. All the water signs. Those are your messages for the last half of January 2024. I hope they were helpful, useful to you, validating, gave you something to chew on to help clarify your path moving forward. Again, if it did resonate, if it hit home and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, or you simply like the reading style, please email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you. You can see that contact info by clicking the description of this video. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the February general readings. Stay well as we continue to move through the beginning of this new year, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.